Hey guys, this is the prelims focus news discussion of 2nd of October, and today is Mahatma Gandhi's birthday anniversary. So we are celebrating it. So let's see this. Let's see the very good quote by Mahatma Gandhi. It was very close to my heart, in fact. And you can, as an aspirant, you can apply this quote to your personal life also. See, this quote says, "First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and at last you win." Means when they start fighting you, you win. It means, first, say for example, if you are coming for the preparation of this UPSC examination, the people around you will ignore you, that what he's doing, just UPSC preparation, such a huge preparation. Then they will, at times it might be possible that they might laugh at you. All right, at the time when they start fighting with you, means they'll see that you are actually growing, right? You are actually growing, you are going to achieve that success. Then they will start fighting with you, and the time when they start fighting with you, then you can realize that you have won the battle with them. All right, so guys, it is a very good quote, and of course you can incorporate these type of quotes in your essay writing discussion, essay writings also, right? So let's start the current affair without further ado. The first current affair is about National Highway Authority of India is organizing 50 free eye checkup camps on national highways from 2nd October, that is from today to 6th October, right? And it is being organized by Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. The main aim of this free eye checkup is to distribute spectacles to the drug drivers and cleaners and helpers, whosoever has been directly associated with this riding vehicles in national highways, because it is at times alleged that just because they are day and night they are driving their vehicles in national highways, so they sometimes catch up with eye problems which are not being cured by the owners, means by the owners of the truck, right? So being the truck drivers, they don't have much more money, so that is why the government is taking this initiative that, okay, if you are having any problem, some sort of problem in your eyes, then we will get you care for that, and will in fact give you spectacles also if at all needed. All right, so it will ensure that they have clearer vision, and they in future at night time basically they can travel safely, so that the incident of accidents could get reduced, because it is all means you well know it very well that our India is very much famous in road accidents, right? So incidents of road accidents will surely get reduced if this initiative is getting successful. So that's why this initiative was organized by Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. All right, let's see the very next news, guys. Next news is about Wardha Dry Port. Now first I'll show you the location of dry port, guys. See, this is the dry port around Nagpur region. All right, and the construction of this dry port is being done to provide the logistic facilities to the the nearby industrial regions of that region, like Vidarbha region. All right, and also nearby there are many MSMEs which will be directly connected with this dry port. Now what will happen is, I'll tell you, say for example here around the Wardha region there are many industries, right? And those industries will directly be connected with this Wardha port of Nagpur. And right, see, remember, this is a dry port, this is not a wet port like JNPT, right? So they will be directly connected to this Wardha port, and in future if at all those materials or goods needs to be exported out of the country, then they will be having direct connection from this JNPT. If you're getting what I mean to say, right? Means like there won't be any future problem in transporting goods from certain place to this JNPT, which there was earlier used to happen, because earlier there was no road and railway infrastructure, but the government of Maharashtra is taking very much care and care for the infrastructural development. So that's why they have thought of constructing this Wardha port, and all the things I've already discussed, guys. This will benefit the rice exporters, textile and garment industry exporters, steel and mineral, scrap trade, plastic and pulp, paper pulp, and electric machinery, automotive parts. So these are whosoever are directly associated with the industrial part, so they will be getting benefited, of course. And this dry port is having the geographical advantages of the geographical location, and with the effort of the Maharashtra government, it will also ensure railway connectivity and road connectivities directly to the JNPT, so that the exports can be done directly, right? Okay, next news is about India to receive the first shipment of US crude oil. See guys, up till now we were basically dependent on crude oil on the Middle Eastern countries, right? But since now the situation is changing, right? And the oil cartel of OPEC has drove the price of the crude oil in Middle East region much more higher. That's why the crude oil from the US seems to be much more cheaper for us, so that's why we have started importing the US crude oil also. And for this, the first shipment of this US crude oil is going to arrive in our country. So that's why it was in news, and it will basically arrive due to it is looking as a cheaper alternative that has emerged due to the global supply glut. And also the second reason is, guys, recently that during June month our Narendra Modi sir has went to US. So in that from the Donald Trump side, I mean from the US side, they have asked India to import energy material from US. All right, so that is also, I mean, kind of soft power which India wants to imply to US, so that if you'll start importing crude oil from US, then US will be much more inclined to India. All right, and it will be much beneficial for us, because we have plenty of host countries like Pakistan and China. All right, and to fight with them, it's not impossible for us to alone fight with them, right? We need some sort of superpower, and US is a good option for us as of now. All right, so that's why India is joining this. Next is about core banking. See, this keyword is very much important, guys. I'll tell you why. Because in 2016 there came direct question that what do you mean by core banking, right? So let's discuss the context why it was in news. Because the banks were asked to enable their core banking services in Hindi also. Up till now the services was only available in English, and there were many customers who are only Hindi known, right? So they were not being able to fill these forms in English. All right, so, fill it from the English. That's why it has been asked by the bank that okay bhaiya, you just also transform your everything to Hindi also, right? Don't make it limit to English only, because Hindi is a very important language, and in fact the youths of southern states also want to know Hindi, because Hindi is something which if you know, then you can take employment in whole of the country, and what is the need of today is employment generation, right? So that's why this was in news. And a few of the more important facts about core banking, that what is this core banking basically. This is basically a platform where communication technology and internet technologies are merged to suit core needs of banking, and it is known as core banking solutions. See, basically earlier the banks were not connected to a single database, but after core banking they are connected to a single database. Means now, earlier, say for example you are residing in Maharashtra and you want to send your money to your parents in Bihar or somewhere UP, right? So it took around 2 to 3 days to reach to the means money to getting transfer. But after core banking solutions, the transfer will be done within minutes, right? Because all the banks are directly connected to a main server. All right, so that way it has reduced the time also. All right, and it has increased the convenience of people also to transfer their money at a much cheaper rate what they used to pay earlier. Alright, so this is what the core banking solution is. Now let's come to the question of this core banking solution. The term core banking solution is sometimes seen in news. Which of the following statement best describes this terms? It is a network of a bank's branch which enables customer to operate their accounts from any branch of the bank on its network, regardless of where they open their account. Okay. Second is, it is an effort to increase RBI's control over commercial bank through computerization. Third is, it is a detailed procedure by which banks will with huge non-performing assets is taken over by the another bank. So guys, 3 is absolutely wrong, and 2 is also wrong, because RBI, there is no intention of RBI to getting control over a commercial bank. It is just the medium through which all the commercial banks are getting connected to increase the ease of transaction for the customers, right? So the first option is only correct, and here A is only the correct option. Now Next, see the next news, guys. It is after food grain and LPG, direct transfer of benefits of fertilizer kicks in. See, the direct benefit transfer facility was up till ensured in food grain and LPG transfer facilities only. But from now onwards, it will be implemented in fertilizer thing also only. And in first phase, it will be implemented in few of the states and union territories, namely Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, Daman Diu, Dadar Nagar Haveli, Puducherry, and Goa. All right, these are the few countries. Few states and union territories where this DBT in fertilizer will be implemented. And in phase two, if the phase one is getting success, then phase two will be implemented in other states and union territories also. Now the catch here is, unlike the direct benefit transfer that was being done in food grains and subsidized gas connection, there what used to happen that customer used to get the money, right? But now here customer won't be getting the money. Customer will be getting the fertilizer at subsidized price only. The subsidy will be will be given on the account of the manufacturer or the marketing firm. All right, and the government in here is using no denial policy, in which it means that anyone can buy any quantity of fertilizer after giving certain details of Aadhaar. Now since Aadhaar is connected with all this, now you can, if you can actually guys, if you can actually visualize, then it is taking a very holistic turn, right? The government is introducing soil health card, government has introduced Aadhaar card, and government is now introducing DBT in fertilizer also. Means government will having a fresh raw data that from which region more fertilizers are needed, which region less fertilizer are needed, and similar wise government can in future incorporate their any sort of schemes in that region, right? So it is becoming very important for government, because government is getting direct data from that, right? Next is Divyang Sarthi, guys. It is an initiative of Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment basically, and it is kind of mobile application which will empower the Divyanganas people. All right, and see, earlier they were not aware of any governmental schemes, right? But after the implementation of this application called Divyang Sarthi, they will be updated on an everyday basis with new schemes, scholarship, laws related to them, and institutional support system, whatever this is being issued by the government. They will at least get to know that, okay, we have this much empowerment. All right, if in future we want to pursue our career in some sort of sectors, then government is there to fund us, right? So they will be empowered with this. And it is being said that the mobile application has been made compliant with the principles of United Nations principle, as well as the act which was being formed in 2016, that was Universal Access and Provision of Right of Person with Disability Act. And the unique feature of this application is it will convert the text to voice. Means if anyone is blind, then they will at least get to hear the things that what is actually written on that notifications, right? So it is basically a unique feature of this application called Divyang Sarthi, guys. Alright guys, so this was up till the news of today. We'll meet in next class. Till then, bye bye, take care, and thank you for listening to me, guys. Thank you very much. And if possible, guys, then do share this video with your friends, so that your friends, if at all they want some sort of free lectures, so they can at least get to reach through my YouTube channel. Alright guys, so we'll meet in next class. Till then, bye, take care.